I'm Al McFarlane back at the Radisson Blu at the Mall of America here at the A. Philip Randolph Institute National Education Conference, taking time to interview people that are participants, and I have the fortune of talking with Donald Looney, who represents UAW Local 2250 in Wentzville, Missouri. It's like St. Louis, Missouri. Homeboy for me. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. So welcome, brother. Good to see you here.
All right. My privilege.
But what I understand, Brother Donald, is this is your first time as a delegate or as a participant in the A. Philip Randolph Institute.
That's correct.
Tell me about that. How'd you get involved, and what does it mean to you?
Okay.
And look in the camera.
Well,
there. Yeah.
For starters, I've always been politically aware, conscious, woke, as they say, and we always did things. You know, my family, my wife and I always did things, but we really didn't have an affiliation. Mm-hmm. So I started working with UAW and got more involved there, but there really wasn't a strong agenda for us, black people, if you will.
Okay.
So then I started doing research to find out other labor organizations and things like that. I'd always been aware of A. Philip Randolph, but I didn't know there was an institute. Mm-hmm. So when I found out there was actually a group that he had founded and started, I was really excited, wanted to get involved, tried to make a couple of meetings, but work schedule and things like that.
Sure.
You know, so my president said, hey, they got a conference going up, we're going to send you out there so you can get involved, and here I am. You know, it's been almost life-changing to be here.
In what ways?
Just hearing that information and hearing it geared and centered towards minorities, blacks, you know, in labor movements, you're always looking out for the working man and things of that nature. But we get here and, you know, they're talking about education in inner city schools. And even though I don't live in the inner city of St. Louis, I still reach out and help, you know, family members and friends however I can. And so to find an organization that has resources available for those people, you know, being able to go back and spread that knowledge, I'm excited.
I'm interested in your determination to do the research personally. You said you got involved in the union and got involved in a union, you know, employment.
Right.
But you also felt sort of a need to know more and
Right.
to contextualize that experience,
Yes.
given your awareness and your consciousness as a black man.
Yes.
Am I reading that the right way?
You're absolutely right.
And
absolutely
so
right.
your duty then to yourself and to our people was to uncover a narrative in which our history and our interests are central.
Right.
And
right.
this organization is one of the tools you use to do that.
Yes.
And so let's talk about you as a conscious brother, as a woke brother. What is your dream? What would you say is your mission in being a fully self-realized human being?
Well, I'm 42 years old. And
Young man.
As I've been coming up, I always noticed there was a communication barrier, a knowledge gap between me and my predecessors. And so that led me to, in order to find the information I needed to learn more, I had to go on a search for myself. You know, thank God for the internet, you know, the age of information. The information is a lot easier to access. I feel like it's my responsibility now to take what I've learned and then use some of the relationships that I've built and fostered over the years to pass that information on down, starting with my sons, their friends, my local church, you know, just the community in general. So I feel like that's my mission, to take what I've learned and pass it on so we don't have that same gap that I experienced as I was coming up.
So what's your vision as a human being? What do you want our community, our country, our planet to be?
Well, I just want people to be informed. I found that there's so much information out there and people aren't really aware. And even when it comes to civil rights topics and the labor movement, there are names and individuals who are left out of that narrative. A. Philip Randolph being one of them. You know, they talk about the train car workers organizing and, you know, working to get their wages and benefits and things together. But in a lot of those narratives, they leave out the guy who was the head of that, you know. And these are names that are important. I mean, he was influential in the entire civil rights movement. So if you leave him out of that, then you leave him out of the rest of it, and we just can't have that. You know, so that's my desire.
Brother Donald Looney, thank you so much. I'm glad you're here.
I'm so glad to be here.
To see your light and to hear your story, brother.
I appreciate it.
All right, take care.
Thank you.
I'm Al McFarlane at the A. Philip Randolph Institute National Education Conference at the Mall of America. We'll be talking to more people. I hope you enjoy these conversations. If you do, like them and share them, and stay connected to Insight News and to Conversations with Al McFarlane. We'll see you in a bit.
All right, thank you.